Agent was showering in her private quarters bathroom when she became aware of the presence of SCP-303 on the opposite side of the shower curtain. It was wheezing extremely loudly. Startled by the discovery, she accidentally struck the shower curtain, causing it to sway outwards. The curtain partially wrapped around SCP-303, revealing that it was less than half a meter from the curtain, standing erect and facing the shower. Agent reports spending approximately the next 3 hours sobbing in the shower, quietly, as not to disturb SCP-303.
That would be absolutely terrifying. Can you imagine that? You're just sitting there, minding your own business, taking a shower, you know, you got off work, it's been a rough day, you're just taking a nice hot shower to chill out, getting ready to relax for the night, and all of a sudden, this thing appears outside of your shower curtain and just like starts wheezing loudly, and you're like, that's like some Freddy shit there, man. Good Lord. What's going on, everybody? John Matrix here. Hope you're all having yourselves a wonderful day wherever you're at and whenever you're watching this. We're gonna be jumping into some SCP goodness here today with a video that was requested by one of my members. We're gonna be checking out SCP-303 Doorman Object Class Euclid Mind Affecting SCP by the Vulcan. Links, as always, will be down below in the description to the original video without my commentary action and to the Vulcan's channel. So please do me a favor. If you enjoy this video, be sure to go over, give it a like. Go over to the Vulcan's channel, check out his content. If you haven't checked out his stuff before, he makes a lot of great content for the SCP universe, or yeah, SCP universe. Dirt, having a brain fart there for a second. There's a lot of great voiceover stuff. So check out his content, check out his channel. If you enjoy it, be sure to hit that sub button. Check out his Patreon, check out his YouTube memberships for ways that you can give him some extra love and support if you would like to. You can do the same for my channel. There's a join button underneath the video, as well as a link in the description to the YouTube membership benefits and tiers that I have to offer, so you can check those out. There's a bunch of playlists on the channel for universes that I've done reactions to: Warhammer 40k, Magnus Archives, Warhammer Fantasy, some analog horror stuff like Greylock in the back rooms, so you can check all those out if any of those have any interest for you as well. So with all that said, thank you guys for just coming in, hanging out, checking out the video. Greatly appreciate it. Let's jump into this here. Again, this is SCP-303, the Doorman by Vulcan. Do it. My monitor will turn around. There we go.
Well, hello, everyone. As you all know, my name is Dr. Miller.
Dr. Miller.
And the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-303. Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. As SCP-303 has not yet been known to travel beyond the boundaries of Site, the entire area of Site is currently considered SCP-303's containment area.
Interesting.
All rooms in Site are to be altered where possible so as to have 2 entrances separated by a distance of 10 meters or line of sight. Personnel are to be distributed evenly throughout the facility with available radio or intercom contact so that encounters may be resolved quickly. Personnel who witness SCP-303 are to be submitted for immediate psychiatric evaluation.
So as soon as you see it, you need to have a psychiatric evaluation. Interesting. I mean, obviously the title says it's a mind-altering SCP, but I wonder exactly what it does.
All SCP objects housed at Site since before June 4th, 2010 are to be transferred to Site B one at a time. Each SCP object will be transferred again to Site A once it can be verified that SCP-303 has not migrated from Site with it.
So it sounds like it can jump between objects and or possess other SCPs or alter other SCPs' minds in some sort. Almost kind of like it's some kind of, you know, I don't know if it's necessarily would be classified as a cognito hazard, you know, but some kind of maybe mimetic virus or something. I don't know.
SCP-303 either migrates to Site B or remains present at Site. Once all SCPs in question have been transferred to Site A, containment procedures will be updated as appropriate. Description. Witnesses describe SCP-303 as a nude, sexless, emaciated humanoid figure with reddish-brown skin. Instead of normal facial features, its head is dominated by an extremely large mouth, which bears a set of oversized human teeth. It continually vocalizes a wheezing noise, loud enough to be heard from the other side of most solid doors. All individuals who have had encounters with SCP-303 are capable of describing it in full, including individuals who have not physically seen any part of it. SCP-303 will periodically materialize behind any closed door, hatch, or other entryway barrier opposite a sentient observer, chosen by unknown means. SCP-303 will then remain behind the door for an indeterminate amount of time. Any individual attempting to open the door or barrier experiences intense paralyzing fear that lasts until SCP-303 dematerializes, either on its own or to avoid being directly seen by another observer.
So it's interesting. It seems to only want to deal with one person at a time. If multiple people see it, it disappears. Huh.
The source of this fear is not clear, but appears to be similar in nature to arachnophobia and ophidiophobia, originating on a pre-conscious genetic level. Analysis indicates that SCP-303 is not, in fact, purposely inducing fear in the affected individuals.
Interesting. So they're saying it's similar to arachnophobia in that it's kind of like a genetic trait that just, I guess, some people might have, right? Some people are just predetermined to have a fear to this thing, I guess. Huh. That would mean that maybe more of these SCPs, in our species past may have existed and we interacted with them in some kind of strange way and have a natural fear of them or something, or maybe it's a defense response that they put into us or something. I don't know. It's kind of fascinating.
SCP-303 does not allow itself to come into direct visual contact with any observer, and has never allowed any one individual to view more than 10% of its form. When the door or other entryway barrier is partially or completely transparent, SCP-303 will materialize in an orientation that leaves 10% or less of its body visible, or cause effects from fog or frost on the transparent surface to achieve the same effect. If SCP-303 is approached from a direction in which there is not a solid object or door breaking the line of sight, it will dematerialize before direct visual contact is made. Any electronic or complex mechanical devices that SCP-303 encounters are temporarily disabled. SCP-303 has made no recorded attempt to physically or verbally engage any observer. How SCP-303 arrived at site is not known at this time. SCP-303's first recorded appearance was on March 1st, 2010. It is suspected that SCP-303 was inadvertently transferred along with or manifested by another SCP on site. All SCPs on site are being re-examined accordingly. Incident Log 303-A.
I wonder what it is, why it doesn't want to be observed. I guess maybe it's just part of the natural thing of the SCP, right? And it's able to just generate fog or other obscurities if there's nothing that can obscure up to a certain percentage of its view. I wonder what would happen to someone if by chance they actually fully see 100% of this SCP,
Incident 303-1. Agent was showering in her private quarters bathroom when she became aware of the presence of SCP-303 on the opposite side of the shower curtain. It was wheezing extremely loudly. Startled by the discovery, she accidentally struck the shower curtain, causing it to sway outwards. The curtain partially wrapped around SCP-303, revealing that it was less than half a meter from the curtain, standing erect and facing the shower. Agent reports spending approximately the next 3 hours sobbing in the shower, quietly, as not to disturb SCP-303.
That would be absolutely terrifying. Can you imagine that? You're just sitting there, minding your own business, taking a shower, you got off work, it's been a rough day, you're just taking a nice hot shower to chill out, getting ready to relax for the night, and all of a sudden, this thing appears outside of your shower curtain and just starts wheezing loudly, and you're that's some Freddy shit there, man. Good Lord.
Agent
Some Nightmare on Elm Street.
Reported that the wheezing stopped very suddenly, at which point in time she was able to exit the shower. Incident 303-3. Agent encountered SCP-303 inside the site's second floor break room. He was attempting to obtain coffee creamer from the counter cabinet when he heard loud wheezing emanating from the cabinet.
I was like, why is SCP-303 going for coffee creamer? Like it wants a cup of coffee now? Like, but I was, okay. It was the agent doing that. I was like, what?
And was overtaken by overwhelming fear. Agent later reported that SCP-303 was huddled in the cabinet in the fetal position. Agent claimed to be certain of the information despite failing to open the cabinet door. Later, when the cabinet was examined, one container of powdered coffee creamer was missing. Note: this is the first recorded instance of SCP-303 removing an object from a scene.
I guess he did want some creamer for some coffee.
Incident 303-6. Dr. was discovered dead from dehydration in a second-floor storage room. It is estimated that Dr. spent up to 5 days in the storage room before being discovered. A small 4-meter by 4-meter decompression chamber separated the storage room from the adjoining hallway. SCP-303 occupied the decompression chamber for the duration of Dr. isolation in the storage room, disallowing entry from either direction and making it impossible for Dr. to leave.
That's kind of fascinating in and of itself, right? Like, I guess the overwhelming fear that it is able to induce in someone, like, is more powerful than those basic survival instincts of, I need water, I need food, you know what I mean? Because it's like, those are the most basic functions. You need to breathe, you need to eat, and you need to, drink something. So it's like, eventually, those needs become so powerful that you got to do something about it. But I guess the fear reaction that this thing induces is able to override that, So that's pretty interesting in and of itself.
Test log 303-A. A team consisting of Dr. researchers, 4 security personnel, and 4 D-class personnel were assigned to be dispatched to any reported incident of SCP-303's materialization in order to immediately perform on-site testing. These logs take place at the door to room from the first floor hallway. SCP-303 was reported to be within room. Test 303-1. 1 male D-class personnel, D-303-1, was ordered to open the door and threatened he would be transferred to SCP duty for non-compliance. He refused, citing extreme fear. Test 303-2. 1 male D-class personnel, D-303-1, was ordered to open the door and threatened that he would be terminated on the spot for non-compliance. He refused, claiming that if he were to do so, that SCP-303 would. He was terminated on the spot.
That's a little extreme. I mean, there are definitely some times where the Foundation goes a little crazy. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's like, obviously they're testing the boundaries of this SCP here. But I mean, yeah, that right there also goes back to what I was just saying earlier, that the overwhelming fear response overrides any kind of like survival instinct or need that we have.
Test 303-3. 1 female D-class personnel, D-303-2, that had witnessed the termination of D-303-1, was ordered to open the door and threatened that she would be terminated on the spot for non-compliance. She refused, claiming that if she opened the door, that SCP-303 would. Researcher was visibly shaken by this claim. D-303-2 was not terminated. Test 303-4. 1 female D-class person.
It seems like it almost, I mean, you can kind of infer maybe what she was saying, what happened to her. So I wonder if it's a situation where it's like, it projects and amplifies like whatever your greatest fear is, and it like enhances it to the maximum level possible. You know what I mean?
Personnel, D-303-2, was ordered to open the door. 1 male D-class personnel, D-303-3, was given 1 combat knife by security personnel and ordered to until D-303-2 opened the door. After 2 hours of D3032 died from blood loss. D3032 made no attempt to open the door. Addendum. May 1st, 2010. SCP-303 appears to have claimed the second-floor storage room as its own. It has so far disallowed any personnel entry to the room since April 5th, 2010. It leaves periodically to acquire Foundation property, which is then moved to the second-floor storage room.
Interesting. So it's like going into different areas and taking things that it likes, and it's almost like it's collecting things. That's weird.
To date, the following list describes all non-classified items taken by SCP-303. 1 cryotube, 3 sets of standard Foundation surgical equipment, 2 D-class research cadavers, 1 gasoline-powered generator, a variety of chemicals including large quantities of tryptophan, phenylalanine, and tyrosine, among others, and 1 container of powdered coffee creamer. In addition to this, a number of classified materials have been obtained by SCP-303. Staff are still attempting to determine what specific purposes SCP-303 may have for these materials.
Yeah, that would be like the big question, right? Like, is it trying to build something, or is it literally just like going around collecting things? Is it like the person that it jumps to and makes afraid, or they like going for these materials and then it collects them as like a trophy or something like that? I don't know. That's strange.
Okay. I think that about does it for today. Thank you all for listening, if indeed you still are. And you are all dismissed.
You are welcome,
Goodbye.
Dr. Miller. All right, there we go.
I would like to give a special
Yes, thank you to his Patreons. Speaking of which, links will be down below in the description, as always, to the Vulcan's channel, the original video here, without my commentary and reaction. Yeah, go over to his channel, check it out. If you enjoy his content, hit that sub button if you haven't already, and check out his Patreon, check out his YouTube memberships for any kind of ways that you can give him some extra love and support if you would like to. Yeah, that was SCP-303, the Doorman, Object Class Euclid Mind Affecting SCP. I mean, it's, you know, number 303, so this is definitely one of the older ones, but fascinating. Again, like the idea that the fear response that it generates is so overwhelming that it overrides any kind of survival instinct that we have. And the fact that it's like taking random, it's, I guess, seemingly random items, you know, I don't know off the top of my head what combining any of those things would do, you know, and like why it would take the coffee creamer. The only thing I can think of is if it's taking like trophies, like it's like purposely like making people afraid, and you know, maybe they were going for specific items and it's taking those items as like trophies or something like that. I don't know, but it's also interesting that it's like piling them together in a storage room, like it's made its nest in one of the SCP Foundation sites. So fascinating, interesting SCP. So yeah, there you go. That was SCP-303, the Doorman by the Vulcan. Like I said, links will be down below for all the stuff, so go check them out, give them some love and support. You can do the same for my channel if you would like to. There's a join button underneath the video, as well as a link in the description. The YouTube membership benefits and tiers that I have to offer, so you can check that out if you'd like to. There's also a bunch of playlists for other universes I've done a reaction to: Warhammer 40k, Warhammer Fantasy, Greylock, Backrooms, the Magnus Archives, etc. So you can check those out if that would have any interest for you as well. But thank you guys very much for coming in, hanging out, checking out the channel and the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider leaving a like and a sub. That helps me in the channel grow. See you all in the next one.